Yesterday I shared all the previous recording as well. I hope all of you got it. You can check your inbox. You can check your shared drive. You will find it there. So we'll start with this document named basics. So I just wanted to open this document. Why I'm asking you to just open it, so that if you are facing any issues, at least we can discuss about it. Like what kind of challenges we are facing, and did you forget to extract the zip file, or what exactly the problem is. At least we can discuss about it. So I hope all of you are ready with this document, basics. So in basics, basically, I will prepare you with some basic examples where we will write some basic codes and will understand how this can be used, means how this library can be used, because this is a new library. Whatever we have done in Python, we are going to apply some shortcuts. We are going to apply some new calculations on the top of that. And one by one, we are going to explore it now. Okay, everyone? Clear? So let's start with this basics. I will again ask last time, is there anyone who is still facing any issues while trying to open this? Then there is something went wrong. I need to check it with you. Let me know. I can discuss about it. Are we good to go? Perfect. So let's start from this document. So what I'm doing here is I said import NumPy as NP. What is this? NumPy is one of the library available in Python. That is an add-on library which, if required, then you can load. Reason, just imagine if we have a lot of libraries available in Python, and all the libraries I ask you to just call and use, then it will be very difficult for your session, because session will be too heavy. Your session will be too heavy. What does it mean? It means, like, if I say everything will be loaded in your session when you will open a document. This is our session where we open this document. So if I say everything you will just load and use, that will be quite heavy session. That can be quite heavy session for you. So that is the reason only core Python related stuff by default comes. Let's try to understand. Otherwise, let me know if you will have any query here. By default, the core Python stuff comes here, and rest everything related to advanced part, like add-on libraries, we can call and use whenever it is required or whatever it is required, like if else, for loop, data types. All this stuff we can directly use. Reason, because whenever you open any session like I open currently, then all those libraries, all those features come by default, because that is part of core Python. But now we are going to integrate it with advanced Python, where in advanced Python, I just said I want to import NumPy, that is one of the advanced library, and I just gave a shortcut name that is basically the object name for NumPy. So I said that import, that I told you in packages and module section, what I want to import, NumPy, and just one sec, there is a background noise. Yeah, they're gone. Okay, let's continue. So here you can see that one of the advanced library named NumPy. What is NumPy? NumPy means numbers in Python. So now we will see how we can adjust numbers in Python, how we can process numbers in Python. But you will say that same thing we have done in list also, in tuple also, then what is the difference? So here you will get a rich library related to numbers, and we will understand few statistics related stuff. So statistics can be easily performed on numbers. That is one of the major reason. Now we are focusing on numbers library in Python, statistics, and then we will start machine learning integration after, let's say, another 2 weeks, because there is a lot of thing which we have to do now, and we will understand how it is working, so that we can at least get proper in and out about all these 4 libraries. One is NumPy, one is Pandas, one is Matplotlib, and one is Seaborn. And all 4 names are in front of you, where 2 libraries, NumPy and Pandas, are related to analysis, that is data analytics library, and remaining 2 libraries, which are Matplotlib and Seaborn, are related to visualization. Fine, we will differentiate, we will understand each and every term, But as we just started, so I'm just preparing the base. Like any of these 4 libraries, I will call in your session with the help of import, like import NumPy, import pandas, import Petrol, import cmon. Then I gave it some short name, like as is a keyword. Then there is an object I created for NumPy name np, so that if in case I want to call any of the feature of this library, like here you can see np.zeros, I can just call it with the short name as well if I want. Can I say that this is clear as of now and we are getting it? What exactly I'm trying to explain in the session? So before I ask you to start working on any main document, I intentionally gave you this basics document so that we can understand the complete in and out before we think of doing something in advanced part. Okay. So here I said import NumPy as NP, and this is a list. So you know LST is a list. Why? Because I defined this list with square brackets, correct? And what I'm doing, this list I'm passing to array, and that array is a function I called from NumPy. So simply I'm converting a list into array. I'm converting a list into array. If in case you didn't get it, what is going on? So I can give you one more example, like this typecasting conversion we have done previously also. How? If I say 6 by 2, it comes 3.0, but if I say integer 6 by 2, then it is converted to integer, correct? So 3.0 I converted to 3 means float value I converted to integer. This is a conversion. Float value converted to integer. This is a conversion. So as conversion I have done in front of you, same conversion I'm doing from list to array. Where? Here. So this is a list named LST that I'm typecasting to array. So can I say that this is clear? An array is available in NumPy library. So I said np.array. So I will wait for 10 seconds here and will ask, does anyone has any confusion, any question on this section? The one that I explained in front of you. This is the first time we are working on array. So I want everyone's contribution. If there is no doubt, that's okay. If there is any doubt, please ping me. I will take care of it. Okay. So Pratish asked me to repeat. Pratish, what I'm doing, I will explain it again. Like this is a basic example where float value, we typecast it to integer by calling this integer as a function. Correct? Correct. Now similar stuff we are doing to convert a list into array. So first of all, I imported NumPy in your session, and for that I just gave a short name, object name np. And via this np, I'm calling one of its function name array, where this list will fit into this. But how it will give you the result? That result I'm capturing in a variable named x and will print it over here. So if you check it now, what exactly x contains. So can you see that list converted to array? But still I will make it more clear. So what I passed as input, I passed this lst as input over here. So if you check it now, type of lst is list and type of x is nd array. Nd array means n dimension array. So array can be with one or multiple dimensions as well. There is no limit like 1D, 2D, 3D. So you know, in movies especially, you know, this is 3D movie, 2D movie, then animated movie are 4D, 5D, correct? These terms you all are familiar. So this D stands for that particular dimension only. And we also know very well that they can be 1, 2, 3, 4 multiple dimensions. So ND means there can be n number of dimensions. There can be n number of dimensions in your given input. Okay. So if you remember at the time of demo also I told you something about it. Let me tell you that again. That NumPy is one of the Python library. Clear everyone? NumPy is used to handle the numeric data mainly. So I told you NumPy means numbers in Python. So we are handling the numeric data in Python now. As a layman, you can understand NumPy is like a notepad file where we can keep our numbers in it. How? The dice in front of you that contains 0, 1, 2, 10, 11, 13, these numbers, that is also an example of it. Now NumPy can have 1D, 2D means 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, and number of dimensions data. Like 1 dimension in this dice is width, 1 is height, 1 is length, 3D it is, correct? And NumPy has a lot of inbuilt features available. So one by one, those frequently used features we are going to discuss about NumPy. And NumPy belongs to a particular category in Python, that is data analytics library in Python. Can I say that all these terms we are able to recall, but practically how to do it, we are discussing it now in the session. So take your time, no rush. As I told you yesterday itself, we will work on basics. I will give you time to understand because we have 2 days time now before I start any advanced topic. So advanced topic related analytics will be started on Monday. Today I will prepare all your base and feel free to ask any question, any doubt if in case you will have any confusion. Because without your efforts, I won't be able to make it crystal clear to all of you. Are we good to go? So as of now, library wise, what all things we have explored, that is also in front of you. We explored couple of features here, like how to call NumPy, how to call your array, how to convert list into array. And when we check the type, this is coming as ND array, means array can have multiple dimensions also. Currently, how many dimensions I have out of n, that is something I'm going to tell you now with shape. Let me come to you now. I will ask couple of questions and I expect you will be able to give the answer. Type function we called from NumPy library or Python library, because NumPy library is one add-on library on the top of Python. So type is part of Python or NumPy? Come on. So Parag and Vishaga gave the correct answer. What about others? So type is a function that belongs to core Python library that we discussed earlier. This is part of NumPy. So Pritish, your answer is wrong. Anyone else? Come on. Ashraf, Ankita, Vaibhav, Reenal. What about you? Yeah, correct, Ashraf. Good. Ankita, any thought on this? Reenal, any thought on this? So type is a function that is available in core Python library. Why? There are two reasons. One of the reason is easy, that you can understand, like type we are using since long. When we were not working on NumPy, then also we were using it, correct? Another logical answer I will give you now. If I want to call something from NumPy, then you have to say np dot. So type we call directly, but array we call via np. So whatever I'm calling via np, that is coming from NumPy. Can I say that this is clear? So function comes with parenthesis, So the function that is coming as np dot, that is NumPy library related. The function that is directly coming without np dot, those are core Python related. Can I say that this is clear to all of you? So do not forget it, because this is the key to understand. If any of the function we called from NumPy library, That will come as numpy dot or np dot, either numpy dot or np dot. Clear, everyone? Are we really understanding what is going on in today's session? Yes, Ankita, Renu, any reply from your side? As others are contributing, this is just for your help, so that we should be in sync. Perfect. Thanks for reply, Renu. Ankita, can you hear me? Last time again, I would like to ask. Okay, fine. Thanks for reply. Because see, this is something add-on library, like core Java, advanced Java. Here also we have core Python, advanced Python. So this is the first topic I started in advanced Python after advanced data types. So initially, if you are not able to understand, the impact will be on machine learning track. Why I'm stretching on this too much? Like why these 4 lines of code took 10 to 15 minutes in today's session? Because the main reason is if this foundation will be weak, then you won't be able to understand machine learning at all. And I don't want that. I want all of you to contribute on this and then prepare your base for machine learning. Make sense, everyone? Let's continue. Now, next to this, I said that x dot shape, but parentheses are missing from shape. So may I know what exactly shape is? This is something I told you in object-oriented programming. Come on. I expect this answer from all of you. Like array is a function available in NumPy library. Shape is without parentheses, so shape is not a function. Then what exactly shape is? Come on. Okay, others? I got answer from Vishakha and Ankita. Then Nikhil. What about others? My question is, array is a function that comes with parentheses. Function always comes with parentheses, that is available in NumPy. And X is basically the object for ND array we have seen. So in NumPy library, we have one of the class named ND array. X is object of that, correct? So now from a class, if I call something without parentheses, then what exactly this is? I told you this multiple times in object-oriented programming. Come on, what exactly shape is? It's not a function, that we are sure, because parentheses are missing. What is X? X is the object of ND array. So what exactly shape is? Come on. A class contains function and something else also. I gave you the clear hint now. Come on. No, Vaibhav, good try, but no. No, Nikhil. A class contains function and attribute. So can I say shape is an attribute in class? Come on. If I call something from a class without parentheses, then it's an attribute. Remember? So now I'm getting the shape. The shape is coming as 3. Means we have 3 elements. But can you see after comma there is nothing? So this is a 1-dimension array that contains 3 elements, that is 10, 20 and 30. So X is a 1D array that contains 3 elements and the 3 is coming in the result. I told you many times about attributes. Attribute come without any parenthesis. Remember? So shape is one of the attribute that is returning me the number of elements. If this is still not clear, I can give you one more example of attribute. No problem at all. Let's see that. I said class A, and in this class, I said, let's say X equals to 10, and I said def func with print hello. So now if I create some object for A and I said obj dot func, can you see this comes with parenthesis? Can you see this comes with parenthesis? Oh, sorry, there is no in it now. Can you see this? There is no in it because can you see this comes with parenthesis? But if in case I want to call X, then I can call like this. So X is an attribute at class level and func is a function at class level. Can I say now this is clear? Those who Weber and others, Nikhil? So the only difference is this time I defined class in front of you and I used it, but there this NDR is predefined, we are just using. So for example, let's say you started learning any topic. Let's say you started learning how to make a table. So initially I told you what exactly iron is, what exactly the hammer is, what exactly a board is. Now I directly say, okay, there is a table, tell me what all properties are there. Means in the NumPy library, everything is predefined. We just need to call and use. Okay, that's why the understanding is very important. So I'm going very slow because my main intention is you should be able to clear all these basics in today's session itself. So I got a request to reply to repeat it once. So Weber, A is a class that contains an attribute name X and a function name func. Correct, Weber? Now, when you will call this function, you need to use parenthesis so that you can run this function. But when you will call X without any parenthesis, you can call, and then you are getting X is an attribute that is giving you the value as 10. Similar way we call shape as well. Can I say this is clear now? Perfect. So I prepared some base here. So now what I'm going to do is this. Now what I'm going to do, let's understand. I am going to use multiple attributes and functions available in NumPy library related to numbers. Let's repeat once again. I'm going to use multiple attributes and functions which are available in the NumPy library. I'm going to use several functions and attributes which are available in NumPy libraries and library, and that library imported as NP as a object name. So can I say that this is clear to all of you and we will be able to understand everything now because we have the control. Like when you start driving the car, first you need to understand what exactly accelerator, brake and clutch. So let's start with gear 1 and let's drive the car. So what exactly zeros is? I want everyone's contribution here. Zeros is a function or zeros is an attribute? Come on, I want a reply. Come on, quickly. Zeros is a function or it's an attribute? So Parag, it's a function. See parenthesis. I told you this key many times today, also 2 times. If something comes with parenthesis, then it is a function. Correct? No problem. So here you can see zeros is a function that comes with parenthesis and I'm passing a tuple inside this. Can I say functions parenthesis contains inner parenthesis? So I'm passing an argument to the function and the type is tuple. So I told you about 4 categories of function like with argument with return type, without argument with return type, with argument without return type. Correct? Both are there, both are not there. Only one is there. So total 4 categories I told you. So this is a function where I'm passing argument as a tuple, where this is basically the shape. So can you see like earlier we defined 1D array with just 3 input elements inside this. Now what I'm doing, I said I will define 2-dimension array. See, in case of X that contains only 10, 20, 30, the dimension is 3, means 1 dimension with 1 dimension with 3 elements. But here we have 2 dimensions. One is row and one is column. So 5 rows and 5 columns are there. So this is something I check via shape. If in case you say, actually, I want to see how these zeros are. So can you see that this is the matrix with 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I say that 5 cross 5 matrix we got with 5 rows and 5 columns here? Yes or no? Perfect. But elements are zeros. Can you see 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot? So I want to check the data type of these elements. So D type is to check the data type, and you can see it is coming as float 64. Means NumPy has its own data type. So in normal Python, we have just float, then 32-bit, 64-bit. So this is float 64. That is the data type for 0 dot. So what is this dot? Dot is your decimal point, and you can see the data type is coming as float. So zeros is a predefined function to whom you can pass numbers to return a matrix. How? I said this time I want to get 2 cross 2. So we'll get 2 cross 2 means 4 cells with 2 rows and 2 columns as a matrix. And we can keep on changing it based on requirement. Still data type will remain float because elements are of float type. So NumPy contains an inbuilt function named zeros that gives you all the elements as zeros with given number of rows and given number of columns which can be changed. How is it? Easy. So in maths, this zero matrix, one matrix, identity matrix, these are some basics in school also we have done, not even in college. In school also in math subject we have worked on these basics of types of matrices. Correct, everyone? Now next to this, I said np dot once and then return. So can you see once is also a predefined function from where basically we are getting 5 rows and 5 columns with all the elements as 1. But these are not just 1, these are 1 dot, means 1 with decimal point. So can you see that 5 cross 5 matrix is still there? And the last one is identity. EYE is a function that gives you identity matrix, where identity matrix property is only diagonal element will be 1 and above diagonal and below diagonal there will be zeros. So you can see these diagonal elements are 1 and remaining elements are zeros. Can I say that this is clear to all of you? Perfect. So I will give you 5 minutes time, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you need. Let's run this document in your own system. And if in case you will have any question, you can ask it again. Okay, let's try this.
Make typing works. Feel free to contact us if in case you need any further technical or training help. Thanks.